Hey everyone, my name is Paulina Boguska and I'm currently a fourth year student studying business with travel and tourism management. Before I get into my crazy 4 years at LIT, let me start at the very beginning. I actually didn't plan on choosing my course at the very beginning. I had my heart set on law, but for some unexpected reason I changed my mind at the very last minute and it was the best decision I ever made. What attracted me to LIT was the campus. I will never forget going to the open day in TY, and it was just such a memorable experience. I will never forget it. Another thing that I really liked was the practical side of Institutes of Technology and the smaller class sizes. So I came across my course by complete accident. As I already said, my experience with LIT was very memorable on the open day, so it's always stuck at the back of my mind. And I was kind of curious to know what else they offer, so I decided to check out their website. So I'm a very creative person and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. So I decided to choose this course because it had a very diverse range of modules and it provided for a creative scope. And at the end of it, I could choose to either go down the business route or the tourism route. I absolutely loved my last 4 years with LIT. You just get so involved, there's just so many different things happening throughout the years. And I will never forget my first day as a first year. It was so exciting and it was so different from secondary school. The one thing I will never forget from my first day is going into my first lecture and seeing people have their phones on them. And I was like, whoa, you actually can't get into trouble for having your phone on you. And it was just amazing finally being treated like an adult. It is difficult to pinpoint what's the most interesting thing about this course because you have this wonderful practical side to it. You get to try so many different things, so many new things. You gain a lot of valuable skills and you have a lot of fun along the way. The modules I'm studying this year are Global Tourism Issues, Financial Management, Strategic Management, Marketing Management and Research Methods, which includes your final year project, which is the thesis. So in terms of workloads then, the year is essentially split into continuous assessments and then you do your end of year exams. So as part of your continuous assessments, you do assignments such as report writing, essay writing, PowerPoint presentations. These can be either individual or group-based assignments. Then you have your practical modules, they're a bit different. So for example with iTech, we had to design our own website as an assignment. In first year we had to create and design a few posters as part of assignments, and then some modules may require you to do a Christmas test as part of your continuous assessment. In first year, one of your practical modules involves restaurant service. This is where you get trained in basic barista skills, you learn how to set tables, and you get hands-on experience waiting tables when LIT's Taste restaurant opens for tea and lunch. So in addition to that, you also get trained in Events Pro, which is a software widely used in the tourism industry. Another thing is your Microsoft Office applications, so you get training in Excel, Word and PowerPoint. In second year, you have a lot more practical subjects. So for example, as part of business decision making, you have Sage QuickPay, which deals with payroll, and you have Sage 50 Accounts, which deals with invoices. And these are both really handy to know for the working environment. Another module includes iTech, and as part of iTech, we learned basic HTML. However, this has since been changed to WordPress, and this is very good to know as many businesses avail of WordPress for their website design. As part of the Innovative Tourism Product Development module, you get to come up with a brand new idea for a product and then you deliver a sales pitch as if you were actually going ahead with the product. So our team came up with this augmented reality app called Explorera and we had a lot of fun with it. So finally, as part of the management of the tourism experience module, you get to go on a lot of trips and experiencing the attractions firsthand. And some of the places that we went to visit were Spike Island, King John's Castle, Thomond Park and the Franklin Court Museum. In third and fourth year then, you have a bit less on the practical side, but for example in third year, as part of the entrepreneurship module, you have to develop a business plan based on your own business startup idea. And this year in fourth year, we're working on this project where we had to get into groups and work as part of a consultancy team, and we're getting hands-on experience coming up with a marketing strategy for an actual client. And our client this year is the Hunts Museum. After this course, I'm hoping to do further study. I'm not exactly sure of what subject in just yet, but I know from my placement and the marketing modules that I really enjoyed marketing, so perhaps that. But yeah, I've yet to think about it. The lecturers here at LIT, they're absolutely wonderful. They're so understanding and so knowledgeable. We shared so many great laughs throughout the years, whether it was on trips or in lectures, and they're absolutely brilliant for support, so don't ever hesitate to reach out to them. As someone who's very shy and entered a course where I knew absolutely nobody, I think that it was very easy for me to make friends at LIT. The induction was brilliant. It certainly got me out of my comfort zone, and I found it a lot easier to talk to people because we shared a common interest. So for our class group, it was travel and tourism. We talked about places that we visited or would love to visit. We were really lucky with our class group. We all remained very close from the very beginning, and we were great to help each other out throughout the 4 years. Don't ever be afraid to organize anything for your class group. You'll learn some really interesting things about your peers. I would say that the student life here at LIT is pretty great, particularly if you make the most of the things that the college has to offer. I would highly recommend getting involved as much as possible with things such as clubs and societies, sports, or random events throughout the year. It is by getting involved that you get to meet all these interesting people, you get to make new friends, try new things, and make memories, which is essentially what the student life at college is about. I feel like I have gotten involved in a lot of different things throughout my 4 years in college. For example, one thing I did was volunteer with the Open Day, and thanks to that I got to meet so many incredible people from social care. As part of the clubs and societies, I got involved with the Gaming Society and the Dance Society, and thanks to those I've also met a lot of great people from different courses. Having volunteered and being elected as a student representative then throughout the years got me a lot closer with my class, whether it was in tackling issues or emailing lecturers about any issues the students were having. One thing that we would do as student representatives at the end of each year would be to organise a class dinner. This was essentially where our class group would just come together and reflect on the year and have chats and get to know each other better. In the first year we went on a class trip to Nice, and this got us a lot closer with students in front office, hospitality and events. I myself made a lot of new friends, particularly in front office and events, as a result of that trip. And throughout the years, I think the events had one assignment where they had to organise their own event, and they were looking for participants. I know that some of us from travel and tourism volunteered to help them out and participate in their events. I myself participated in the Take Me Out LIT edition. One of my highlights from that event was a dance-off contest on stage that was completely unplanned. I found it absolutely hilarious. I think that the event students did a brilliant job organising that event. It was so much fun, we shared so many laughs, and it was a really pleasant night. As to my living situation, I got to try a few different things. I began with digs, didn't really like the experience. The public transport wasn't great either. I ended up travelling up and down from Cashel to Limerick every day, and it actually worked in my favour because I got to work on my driver's licence. LIT has a lot of facilities to offer. You have all your sporting facilities, you have the library where you can avail of these study rooms. They are brilliant for group assignments. Then there's also the student union building where some people may choose to hang out with their friends. Sometimes they have some mini events on in there. Clubs and societies would avail of the rooms in that building, and you can play games such as pool or ping pong in there also. Then there's also the canteen where you can buy some hot food for your lunch. You may choose to buy a coffee from Starbucks. Alternatively, you could avail of the Taste restaurant upstairs for lunch. The Taste restaurant is absolutely incredible. I think you pay something like $6.50, something around that price anyway, for a 3-course meal, and that's prepared by the culinary arts students, and the food is absolutely delicious. Finally, working from home this year has proved very challenging. Of course, you don't get the entire college experience this year, but a lot of supports are in place and everyone's working together to kind of adapt and overcome all these obstacles. Our own class group decided to form our own study groups to get through this year, so we're kind of just helping each other out to get by, and our lecturers have been brilliant for helping us and supporting us as best as they can. A lot of the support services provided by LIT are still available by video call as opposed to face-to-face. We're all kind of facing the same issues, and we're all just hoping to get through it together at the end of the day. Some advice that I would have for potential students, particularly if working from home, would be to keep connected with your classmates and to help each other out, and not to be afraid to reach out for help or support from your lecturers. Try to keep motivated by taking a break from the screen also, maybe go for a walk or something. And do not be discouraged if things don't go right. It's life, things don't always go as planned. If anything, it's just another obstacle. This situation has been particularly difficult when it comes to mental health. You're going to be stressed, you're going to be demotivated, you're going to be frustrated. It's all completely normal. We're all in the same boat. I recommend that you take a breather, you go off and do something that you enjoy, you inspire yourself again, and then you try to tackle whatever it is that you're tackling. So thank you for watching. I hope that answers some of the questions you may have. If you're interested in food and tourism, I highly recommend you check out the accounts below. They have some excellent photos of the different things that the students in the department do throughout the years. And if you'd like to find out more about my course or many others, be sure to check out the LIT website at www.lit.ie.